Muckluck here, and these are my thoughts after playing Age of Wonders 4. After watching this video, you should know whether or not this game is right for you and if you think it would be worth the purchase. Age of Wonders 4 is a single and multiplayer turn-based strategy game. It is available on PC, PS5, and Xbox, currently priced at $50 USD and rated T for teen. In full disclosure, I received this game key for free from Paradox, so big thank you to them for supporting my work. The game's setting with no spoilers beyond the tutorial. To quote the narrator, "A power older than time has returned."
After 10,000 years, I'm free! It's time to conquer Earth!
Free from their imprisonment, ancient wizard kings come seeking lost magics and new realms to conquer, turning all whom they encounter by choice or by force. Through strife, champions arise, new unities are founded, and powerful arcane knowledge unlocked. As gods and mortals clash, the forces unleashed will shape the new Age of Wonders. You will create a ruler and a race that they rule over. You can be a champion risen from the ranks of mortals, or a wizard king looking to conquer a new realm. The race you rule over can be molded to your liking, from angelic orcs to demonic rats to undead humans. Your goal is to achieve victory through magic, diplomacy, exploration, or violence. General gameplay. You could choose to play the story or a standalone realm, kind of like a single custom map. Next, you choose your people, the race you reign over. There is a lot of options here, such as humans, elves, dwarves, halflings, frogs, rats, goblins, and many more. Choose any you like. Next, choose a culture, basically what drives your people, options such as feudal, barbarians, industrious, and mystics. Also, I should pause here and say the tooltips in this game are fantastic. I spent a lot of time my first play session reading them, but they told me what I needed to know. Next, choose 2 traits for your society. Think of these like perks that give you small bonuses to things that you like. Next, you pick a tome of magic. You will be constantly always researching another tome and unlocking new spells, troops, and abilities. For example, if you choose a tome of necromancy, you can start making undead troops and raising undead in battles. A tome of artificing unlocks things like ballistas for town defense and golems for your army. Eventually, they can reshape your very race, such as making your troops angelic, demonic, or undead. Choose whatever you like here, and remember, when you finish researching it, you will choose another tome and continue. Design your first hero unit, basically your main ruler. Name your character Daddy so that you can laugh at all future conversations between the rulers and dive right in. In-game is turn-based. During a turn, each city you control can be building an upgrade, training a troop, researching a tome to unlock new spells and options. Every turn you gain food, and when you have enough, your population will level up, allowing you to expand. This is free. Your production determines how fast your buildings build. Your draft determines how fast your troops train. Gold is used to buy things, mana is used to cast spells, knowledge determines how fast you learn from tomes, and Imperium is used for miscellaneous other purchases. Your heroes and troops can move around the map exploring, expanding some each turn. As you meet other cities, you could be diplomatic and try to make friends, or be hostile and go to war, or anywhere in between. If you get into fights, each army will begin a short distance away from one another and begin taking turns. Every unit has their own set of skills that is far too deep to go into here, but again, tooltips are your friend. Choose a winning condition to strive for: diplomacy, violence, magical, or exploration, and take off. Age of Wonders 4 took me 40 hours to beat the tutorial and the 5 story missions, but I've continued playing beyond that. If you enjoy the gameplay, you can continue playing custom maps as many times as you want, offering you endless replayability with the absolutely massive amount of playstyle options. Comparisons to other games. This game has many similarities to the Civilization series, but with fantasy elements. Also, a lot of overlap with the Heroes of Might and Magic series. So if you enjoyed either of those, there is a strong chance that you may enjoy this one as well. It is also important to note that you do not have to play Age of Wonders 1 through 3 to enjoy this. For me, this was my first Age of Wonders game, and while some of the context of story characters may have been lost on me, it did not feel like it impeded my enjoyment of the game at all. Details. Graphics. The graphics take on a 3D fantasy approach, with every troop and building having its own charming graphics, that even change if you choose to evolve your race later on with the magic of tomes. Sound and music. The music design was good. Not terrible, not great, but good. The sound design I would rank a tad higher, as the sounds of combat were very satisfying and they were different for nearly every unit, of which there are a huge amount. Controls. The game can be played with mouse and keyboard or a controller, and allows you to rebind any keys that you wish. Perfect. I played it on mouse and keyboard and did not have any issues with my playthrough. Saving system. The game auto-saves periodically by default, and you can also manual save at any time that you wish. Content creator concerns. None. I streamed my entire playthrough on Twitch and uploaded the entire thing to our Mucklet Plays YouTube channel and did not experience any muted VODs or have any issues with copyright claims. Do I have anything negative to say? A few small items, but I want to stress that these are nitpicking of an otherwise fantastic game. One, I don't really like the magic victory condition. The way it works is once you achieve certain conditions, you basically start casting an I win spell. Enemies have 15 turns to interrupt you before you simply win the game. My first attempt at the 4th level of the campaign, I lost to the enemy who did this on an absolutely massive map, and I couldn't reach him to stop him in time. And when I tried, I overextended so far his allies destroyed my cities while my army was gone trying to reach him. On my next attempt, I Uno reversed and just did the I win magic before he did. However, you can disable this win condition in custom games if you wish to. Number 2, the final level of the campaign, and don't worry, I'm going to be vague here, no spoilers. You have many allies and enemies and a lot of epic battles. I was preparing to launch the I win spell many hours into the game, and then my ally did it. So I just kind of stood there like, and watched as my NPC ally won the game, and I was allowed to join in on the victory since we were best buddies. But it felt very hollow. I think we just won. That's so underwhelming. Again, you can turn off this win condition if you want longer games. Number 3, the story itself. I read everything. I swear I did, but the actual story of the campaign, I couldn't repeat it to you. Like reading something for school and afterward not remembering it and having to read it again because you absorbed nothing, it felt like that. Even watching the final cinematic, I had no idea what was going on. That said, that may have just been a me problem and not a game problem. I'll let other players be the judge of that. Number 4, and this is the final one. When you get into a fight, any nearby armies are also pulled into the fight, up to 3 per side. So eventually, you simply always travel with 3 armies, and so does the enemy. At that point in the late game, it feels silly having to issue movement commands 3 times per turn to move one group of units. If you want me to have this many units per fight, just let me have that many units in one army. Final thoughts. Despite those 4 items, this game was an absolute joy to play, and I've continued playing it in custom games since beating the story. The sheer magnitude of all the customization options keeps me entertained for hours, being able to make angel orcs that want peace and enjoy artificing, or undead goblins that want to take over the world with ice magic, and everything in between. For me, this scratched an itch that I've not felt since I last played Heroes of Might and Magic many years ago. For boundless customization, excellent tooltips that taught me advanced mechanics painlessly, endless replayability, and addicting gameplay that kept me up until 3 AM when I thought it was 10 PM, Age of Wonders 4 absolutely felt worth its price to me. This video was not sponsored, so if you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that like button to help us out with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to see more of my own playthrough of Age of Wonders 4, I'll include a link to that playlist from our other channel down below. Subscribe there too. As always, a massive thank you to our dear patrons who make content like this possible. If you'd like to become a supporter and earn early access, there's a link to that in the description. Keep an eye on your allies too. You never know what they're planning.